Here it is, folks. February 25th, Friday, 2020. Trump won. Kenny Jameson, the news junkie. I'll probably say my name 4 or 5 times because I want you to know me a little bit. I'm a news junkie. I'm an armchair politician. That's right. I have to let you know what influences me a little bit as a news junkie. I watch the retired Marine out of Boise, Idaho. Oh my. Try him sometime. Steve Motley. They took his channel down, the retired Marine. That's right. He's a terrorist because he's a Republican and he keeps in contact with ex higher ups in the military. He was higher up. He did investigations. He's been all around the world. He's from Danville, Virginia. I watched Dabu 7 and Dabu 77 and Dabu 777. Watch Dabu sometime. He's got a good amount of world news. Lots of people email him. He's doing live on D Live now or something. I tried that. It was hard. I watch Perry Stone. That's right. And Fox News and CNN and ABC. I'm a news junkie. I can't help it. I'm a truth seeker. That's what Steve Motley is. He just wants the truth because he believes in God and Jesus, and the truth comes from Jesus. So if you want the truth, go to sleep and wake up. You'll have epiphanies in your sleep if you're a chosen one. Yeah, we're all chosen ones because we're here on Earth in 2021. Wow. Being 62 years old at this time and the technology that's available is way beyond. Our military has technology that's 2 and 3 and 5 years in advance. It's supposed to be secret. They're working on it. College graduates from Harvard and Yale and MIT, and they're in the technology through this internet right here. If one of my pet peeves was Thomas Jefferson, no, not Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Edison and Henry Ford used to go on camping trips right here on the Blue Ridge Parkway. They helped put that in for a month. Can you imagine sitting around a fire in the evening with Thomas Edison and Henry Ford in the discussions? If this is possible, then that's possible. If that's possible, then this is. Wow. Scholars. Gives me the chills even speaking about it. My pet peeve today is animal research to make these vaccines that have been sped through, warp speed on the vaccines. We'll find out. 97%, 94, 93, 67% effective against the flu, against pneumonia. It boosts your immune system to the point where if you're at all strong, you won't get it. What's the percentage? The CDC is a private company. The government probably subsidizes them, but it's not the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. It's not the Surgeon General that's on federal payroll. They sub out so much stuff. There's over 1 million federal employees, not counting the military. 17 agencies are investigating agencies. It used to just be the FBI. They cut their staff in half years ago when they started the Homeland Security and the National Security. And if you could tell me the difference between those two, I don't know what it is. They have different criteria that they operate under. Animal research to get this vaccine. Wow. Kids are failing school because they're wearing masks over their face. They're resisting their oxygen, and it's not letting their brains function properly, and they're asked to do it all through the computer. No human contact anymore. Wow. Don't hug your baby. Wow. What is going on in our society of the manipulating, control, giving? Oh, what did we see yesterday? A live protest. There's the paramedic warrior or something he goes by, that he's walking the streets in D.C. filming live every day. I watched another guy walk around. But yesterday, the people from Africa. Oh, Ethiopia. Remember the kids on TV with the bugs in their face? They were dehydrated. The soldiers come through and raped all the women, and they had kids. And they couldn't feed the kids because they were too weak to walk to the water hole and fish, or and they think it's genocide. I do believe that the Microsoft guy, him and his wife went over there and gave them all vaccinations and sterilized them all, so they wouldn't have to see those commercials anymore. Look that up. I think it's a fact. See, that's the thing I like about Steve Motley, is look it up. Trust Google. Trust YouTube. They're only censoring, but there's still old stuff on there. If you want to know what was going on in Lebanon 10 years ago, you can find out. If you want to know what happened to the Olympics over in, not Palestine, but someplace they had the bombings over there. I think we might boycott. Well, we were going to boycott the Olympics in China. They cleaned up their air for a few days last time. They did have a nice drone display that went up, and all the drones had sensors so they couldn't run into each other. They had hundreds of drones up, and the lights would come on and they'd form something, and then the lights would go out, and it was like a marching band, and we were like, how are they doing that? Why aren't the drones running into? They had like a zone around each drone. I bounce around, folks. I bounce around because what I really want to get down to, the peacekeeper. The peacekeeper just wants everybody to, he never did clean up the homeless in this country. It's an impossibility. That Reagan dismissed mental health in this country back in the 1980s. Half of the illegals that are living on our streets, that's right, illegals. They're undocumented. If you come and you're documented, you don't have to be a citizen. You should at least let them take your picture and fingerprints, so when you start committing crimes, we can keep track. Once you commit 20, 30 crimes, we might deport you. Non-violent crime. Driving without a license, DUI, killing somebody. This vehicle, how do you charge them? Take their driver's license away? They didn't have a driver's license. How'd they rent the car? Oh, they stole the car? Let's not go down the road of the homeless criminals on the streets of America. It's so bad that the Congress and Senate have double fenced themselves. We're under martial law in Washington, D.C., folks. They're scared. They think that most of the people in this country know that our past election was completely manipulated. The machines weren't, they were supposed to be intranet. Counties were supposed to transmit to the state. It's been manipulated. The internet has controlled our elections for years. Who's running the internet? Where's the California? Where's the foundation of the internet? Where's the master computer that runs all the storage for the internet? Well, we know where the storage is. It's out in Utah. The NSA or DHS or one of those 17 investigating agencies put in a huge, keep track of all your text messages, all your Facebook posts. They rate you. You have a social score now, folks. I'm sorry. I'd hate to say we're in China, because I think I can get in my car and travel with my Virginia license plates to Florida, and the Georgia police ain't going to pull me over because they know I'm from out of state. If I stay on the interstates, I'm probably safe. I get off into the towns, and I've got an out-of-state license plate, everybody's eyes goes to it. Is that a fake plate? Oh, he's from out of state. Ooh, you could call up Barney Fife there. You can give him a ticket, and he'll just pay it, because he can't come back to court. It costs too much. Cities collecting hundreds of millions of dollars in fines every day from out-of-state plates. I used to be an over-the-road trucker. I guess I should have told you that. I saw the deterioration of the United States for years. Major corporations leaving. I would end up at the East Coast, West Coast, going to the piers. It's the only freight that was available. The manufacturing in this country went way down. Other than Honda building cars here, and Sony building things up in Pennsylvania, TVs and all the stuff Sony makes. And we've been completely infiltrated by the world, which in some aspects is America. Free enterprise. We wanted to open the world up to democracy. We didn't want to be hypocrites. To free enterprise. We're not the warmongers of the world. No, we don't go around and get involved in civil wars in Korea. If Korea's having a civil war between the North and the South, we don't get involved. Did anybody come over here with our civil war and help us? We had a war in Washington, D.C. the other day. Did the UN help? We go to Vietnam from a civil war, Korea. Now, World War II, it was beyond the Civil War. They were impeding on other countries and taking them over. That was a whole different strategy of dictatorship beyond communism. Communism, common. Socialism's a good program, folks. We've been on socialism since the 40s. Social Security started. We have security. In the 70s, it started, they give it to everybody. Disability started, that you could be under 62 or 5 and get Social Security. Everybody, a big percentage of this country is on Social Security, folks. They get Social Security checks. That system's way beyond bankrupt. Medicare is way beyond bankrupt. The federal government's way beyond bankrupt. The credit cards are maxed out. They just get another credit card. We're touching on $30 trillion here. It was 27. I didn't like Trump letting the deficit run wild. He increased the military. It was an emergency situation. The previous administration lost $10 trillion because there was no tax base. People aren't working and paying in. And with our Grand Rudman tax system, you can deduct everything out and not pay taxes. You'd have to be a fool to pay taxes in the United States. You give them $1 and they wasted 10. They borrowed against your dollar. They had 10%. They borrowed against it. Debt.org, the debt clock. It's got graphs. It shows the debts of every state. That's a very interesting website. Debt.org, organization. .com is commerce. .gov is government. Takes you to a whole different avenue on the internet. You may have to get off your server that you're on. You may have to go to Yahoo. Even though Google bought it, it's still more open. America Online, if you don't advertise with them, you don't get it. From an Android to Microsoft. I'm on an Android right now. We have a Microsoft computer sitting here, and I'll Google something on Android and Google it on Microsoft, get two different results. Android is a cell phone cut down version of the internet. If you watch Alex Jones, in which I did from Waco, Texas, he's an actor. He'll tell you that. And I'm not commercially sponsored in any way, shape, or form. And I still have a 15-minute limit because I'm not monetized. Unless I do a live stream, I can continue on, I guess. But if you're not monetized, I do believe under YouTube standards, it's still... when I started this, Mr. Kenny J. Abel. I might change my name. I had Cain and Abel on my mind. Plus, YouTube, Kenny Jameson was already taken, and anything else I came up with, they suggested that, and I just went with it. I started it back with my fiasco in Ohio. Go back 6-7 years on me. You'll know me. It's okay to know me. Document me. Give me a social credit score. I whistled. My teeth. Alright, I hope I get to post this one and who I've been influenced by. It's the news junkie. Martial law in Washington, D.C. Animal testing. Oh, God, I love them cigarettes. Excuse me. All we can say here at the end is we hope God will bless America, and we've got to stop aborting babies. But I don't want them homeless. I don't want back alley abortions. I'd like to trust the doctors. All right, God bless you. Goodbye. Stay safe. Jesus loves you. Bye.